Ethiopia is on the verge of another war. A new force is rising in the northern Tigray region. And the Prime Minister has his eyes on an Eritrean port just across the border. Now, old enemies have made new alliances. And a country is still recovering from the devastation of its last war is taking up arms once again. The Ethiopian capital is the diplomatic heart of Africa. Home to the African Union, Addis Ababa has seen a major transformation under Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. So much so, it's now nicknamed Abiy's Project. Prime Minister Abiy won the Nobel Peace Prize for ending Ethiopia's long conflict with Eritrea. But now, he's risking restarting it. He's determined to get access to the sea, and Eritrea is standing in his way. But between the two countries is the Tigray People's Liberation Front, or TPLF. They say the people of Tigray have been marginalized by Addis Ababa and threatened to overthrow the government in its last civil war. The TPLF controlled Tigray, a region of about 6 million people on the border with Eritrea. Between 2020 and 2022, they fought a bitter war against a formidable coalition, the federal government in Addis Ababa, the Fano militia in Amhara, and Eritrea to the north. But now, Abiy wants the port of Assab in Eritrea. And to stop him, old enemies have become allies. The TPLF, Fano militia, and Eritrea are now united against the government. Here in the mountains that border Tigray, a new army is emerging. These soldiers once fought against the Ethiopian government as part of the TPLF. Now, they have switched sides, turning on the leaders they once served.
ናውዚ ዝመጻናሉ ዋና ምክንያት ኣብ ትግራይ ውሽጢ ዘሎ ስርዓት ወይ ከዓ ምሳና ንቃለሰሉ ዝነበርና ቅድሚ ሕዚ እቲ ስርዓት ናይ ሓደ ጉጅለ እምበር ናይ ኩሉ ህዝቢ ትግራይ ዘይኮነ
Desalegn Haftu is one of the founders of this group, the Tigray Peace Force. He was a businessman in Addis Ababa until 2020, but after witnessing a massacre in his hometown in Tigray, he took up arms.
ናይ ህዝቢ በቃ ናይ ህዝቢ ሰራዊት ስለሆነ ነበር ስልጣን ምናምን እንደሪና አይኮነን ነው ይራዳው ህዝብ ትግራይ ግን ሰላም ደህንነቱን ከራጋግጥሎ እና በቃ ናይ ህዝቢ ሰራዊት መሆን ነበር.
Like nearly all of the soldiers here, he fought for Tigray against the Ethiopian government and its allies, and still bears the scars. And now you are willing to die fighting your former commander.
ማት after ቃልስም ቅድም ሕዝብ ነይረ ብዙሓት ስዋዓት ካብ ብሱል ጥረል ተረፍኩ ሰብየ ሕዝቡን ህዝብ ትግራይ ሰላም ድሕነቱን ዝራጋግጥሉ እንድሕር ኮይኑ ንክስዋዕ ምንም አይመስለኒ ክስዋዕ ይለውዘ
ብሬንኻ ዕጥቅኻ ሙለሶ አልዕሎት ክላሽ ምላእ ኻዝናኻ.
Every generation in Ethiopia has experienced war. Genet, now 20, has been a soldier for 4 years. She felt used and betrayed by the TPLF, and so she defected.
برقط أفتي زنابرة قول 10 عامات نيرة بق نحنا البوليتيكا أين فلطن خلتشان 10 سنة وصيا خلتشان 10 ربعتن درونو توقعين زي وصح حسينا لنا حزونا رؤسي بدحريو خلتشان 15 تسناويتنا قد ماني خمزة لنا سبيلن مخنياتو اتنعنا زخون اتنعنا ذكر جزيه ولهم نسوم نيو علم سلطانهم زغور ساتهم دحرقم توقع تمليسه شميز وعني يسينا مخنياتو كله تسوي يرخويه بتعمينا خسرنا بتعمي جنك عز خسارة زمنهم زي ما سلام حزو نوقع أزبلو مرحتنا أيفالن يا أخلنا بك يا أخلنا نحنا ناول معت كنقص كسمبر بك ناوك قالسي أخلنا كثيرنا أنا انترف خسارة كثيرة خونا لين قالسينا أوصلنا.
Alliance with the government isn't just about politics. Addis Ababa has deeper pockets and a major incentive to support armed groups on their side. But in nearby Abala town, local residents are fearful of another war. And while the peace deal reached in 2022 stopped the bloodshed, it kept tensions high. During the last conflict, which ended 3 years ago, the people here suffered terribly. Now, they fear another conflict could erupt again.
በሰላም እንቅልፍ አይተኙም እሱም በማሰብ እና አሁን ወደፊትም ወደ ኋላም ሰላም ለማግኘት በጣም ብዙ ጥቃት ያጋጥሙናል ብለው የፈሩና አሁን
ኣብዚ ብላዕቴና 4 ዓመት ሕርሻ የተሓረሰ ባዳ ኮይኑ ጸኒዑ ሎሚ ዓመት ቁሩብ ሓሪስና ሓሪሶሙልና ለተሓረሰ ሓሪስና ኸዛብ ቁልና ነህና እዙይስና ኣእቲናስ ንበልዕ ዲና ልበሃል ብፍርሒ ብሰላሚ ብጸሎቲ ነህና
I went to visit one of the top leaders of the Tigray Peace Force, Major General Zodu Kiros. What is your ultimate objective?
ዋና ዓላማናትና ካብኡ ዘሎ ሓይሊ ምውጋድ በቀትና ይጭቆና ሓይለው ንእትዓፋነ ስርዓት ናይ TPLF ክውገድ ምግባር እንደገና ሓሊእ ኮይናት ይሓስበሉ ኣነ ዘይ ኣምነሉ TPLF ኣይቅበሎን እዚ
Tigrayan civilians are saying our leaders are divided and we are becoming a battlefield. And that's what they fear. What would you say to them?
ኩናት ሕድሕድ ከይልዓል ይፈርሑ እዮም ስጋት ኣለዎም ትክክል እዩ احنا ونفرحين ግን ሕዝብ ዘላ ኩነታት ግን ኩናት ዘትርፍ ነገር የለን ያው ኩናት ቅጽል ይኽእል እዩ ዝብል መደምደምታ ይወስድ
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Back on the mountain, the soldiers are eating their evening meal. This is known as gursha, an Ethiopian tradition to feed your friends first. A ritual they likely shared with their new enemies. This army is just a few months old and has so far only fought some skirmishes. But it's likely that all-out war is coming. And this makeshift camp could be the new front line in another of Ethiopia's endless conflicts.